Alright, so right now we're going to go over net worth notes, and right now it's just going to be more about what are assets, what are liabilities, and that the fact that assets are positive and liabilities are negative. Later on we'll talk about more how to construct it and how to tell what is an asset and what is a liability. So for right now, just focus on that assets are anything that an individual or business owns that has commercial or exchange value. What that means is that if someone wanted to drop everything they had, their assets are stuff that they could sell for money. Alright, such as houses, bikes, cars. But what a liability is, so assets are always positive. Liability is money an individual organization owes. So it's the same as a debt, really. So debts are negative. So a net worth is the difference between them. So when we talk about difference, we subtract them, right? We say, how far in between are they? So the total assets and total liabilities. So we have to add together all of our assets, all of our liabilities. So the equation for that is that the assets minus the liabilities equals the net worth. Alright, so if your liabilities is larger than your assets, your answer is negative. Alright, so what that means is that if my assets, for example, I only own about $5,000 worth of stuff, alright, but I owe $7,000 to a car, then my net worth is actually negative $2,000. So your assets typically need to be, or you want your assets to be larger than your liabilities. So let's do a couple examples. So the table shows some of Amy's assets and liabilities. I love the way they spell Amy here. What is Amy's net worth? So we talked about net worth being your assets minus your liabilities. But do we just pick one of these assets? No, we have to add together your total of them. So my total value of my assets is $4,950. The total of my liabilities is $4,807. That's the worst, 70. So my net worth is going to be my assets, which is $4,950, minus my liabilities, which is $4,870. So when I subtract those, I have a whopping net worth, or Amy has a whopping net worth of $80. So her net worth equals $80. But now let's look at Lacey's assets and liabilities. What is Lacey's net worth? So again, net worth equals your assets. I'm having difficulty writing on my screen. Minus your liabilities. But we have to add up the total of them. So the total of her assets is $21,050. The total of her liabilities is $11,296. So when I subtract my assets, or find the difference of my assets and liabilities, so here's my assets, here's my liabilities, I get $9,754. This is how much Lacey would have if she decided to sell everything she had, pay off all of her debts, and go live in the forest. Okay? She would have to empty her bank account. She would have to sell her 401ks, which is what you're saving for retire. Okay? So her net worth would be $9,754.